Now, to help deal with this problem, this situation, during my work and during my time working with my international students, I have developed an approach to dealing with the Ivy League application process. And what I'm doing today, I'm here to explain to you a little bit about what it is that I do, how it is different, and what I have available for you to take a look at, check out, and see whether it's a program, whether it's a system that can help you in your journey to Ivy League success. Now, as we've talked about, there are a number of steps in the Ivy League by Design journey that need to be looked at more carefully and more closely. Students who are doing the Ivy League process are presented with two real problems, whether you're an international student or a domestic student. Number one, they are not sure or don't know what the schools are really looking for when they ask a particular question. And so they want to respond in a very genuine and honest manner, sometimes without even thinking about the response, believing that the most spontaneous answer is the best answer. Now, I am here to teach you a different approach, but it comes from a standpoint students are not sure what a school, an Ivy League school, is really looking for. Now, at the same time, most of my students are not that reflective about their own lives. They have had issues, had problems, had conflicts, all the normal things of life, but they haven't put it together in a story or a narrative form where they've been talking in a healthy, open, positive way about themselves and what they want to be doing with their future. Now, suddenly, with no preparation, they have to be able to do that. Now, over the course of my career, I have developed a process and a system to help you deal with both situations. One is what the schools are looking for, and two, how do I really turn myself into an interesting brand that a school would be interested in working with. And the term that they always use is the fit. Is it a good fit between the school and me? Is what makes me different of interest to them? Is my differentiator something of value? And can I add something to the program? Now, the problem for my students is they've never systematically begun a process like this where they work on putting all of these discrete pieces together. Now, just a few moments ago, I talked about the 8 things that you have to do. Now, the way that I've decided to share this information with you is to put together a pre-recorded 8-part multi-hour webinar that you can buy and you can work with me and see how I develop each one of these 8 steps. Now, it doesn't leave anything out. We need to start with the beginning. How do you tell your story? How do you tell your story to yourself and your family and your friends, pardon me, in a way that is interesting? And then we move on to your brand, and from there we began looking at strategy. Now, I didn't mention so much in the last one in strategy, but strategy requires a great deal of study about the Ivy League and the Ivy League schools, and you have to do your research. You can't just go because it's got a great name. They hate that. They want you to explain to them at Stanford why Stanford is good. Well, not so much at Stanford, but let's say at Chicago. They want to hear it. They want you to tell them why, what's good about Chicago. So my process will help you do that. Now, in addition, we'll begin working on your CV. I'll talk about the structure, the purpose, how you put one together for an academic program. This is not a job. This is not a one-page superficial CV. This is for an academic setting. Now, a full CV is how you discover yourself, and we'll talk about that. But we will go through the other steps in the process. The essays, each topic that can come up, the statement of purpose, which is very similar to the essays, similar themes. We will talk about in depth the letters of recommendation and how you can advise your recommender to write a strong letter of recommendation without writing the letter. But today there is more interaction between recommender and recommendee. And finally, the last section that we need to focus on is your acceptance and your interview. And once you've been accepted and interviewed, then while you're in, nonetheless, during the interview, you need to focus on getting ready for that and how to do that in an organic and complete way. Now, I want to mention also a bonus. Financing graduate programs is a significant issue. At the end of our material, I spend a significant amount of time on how money works with financing graduate programs. What is really going on with a graduate program, how scholarships work, and how you can develop a healthy attitude towards graduate financial assistance. It's an extremely important topic. Now, if you're interested in buying my webinar and taking a look at it, you're going to go through each one of these steps, step by step. As you can see, I try to explain things as clearly as possible so you can sit, listen, study, follow me, and you will be able to prepare your application material by design. My system has been developed over 25 years of working with students, and during this process, in addition to the material that I present, I will be including frequently asked questions that my students always want to know about. Now, in addition to our webinar, we also offer Gmat classes online, and so you are able, I work with the Gmat Verbal, and I have a great math teacher associate. We work in small groups, and we can deal with you and help you with the Gmat. But finally, in terms of Ivy League by Design, if you like this video, please click on it. Please follow us. But in addition, a service that really differentiates us, if you want to work with me personally, we put together on a regular basis a small group, 10 to 12 people, where we will work on these issues over the course of a month. And you'll be able to work with me in a group setting via Zoom and a small number of other students, and we will work on your application package. All of this material, how to contact us, how to sign up for it, and how to go to our website where you can encounter more information. All of this is located further down the page. Remember, Ivy League by Design is here to serve you. Thank you very much.